Barugahara is doing work out there. We hope that he will keep on the right side of the law. That's very important for some of us. I actually saw the Vice President cautioning him, one of those functions, saying the work that you're doing is important, but make sure you operate within the law. You see, corrupt people are very smart. They will look for a loophole.
Leader of Opposition, Joel Ssenyonyi, avuddeyo ne yeebaza Mr. Balaam olw'omulimu gw'ali okola ssaako ne minisita munne Justine Namere. Bano nno be baminisita aba local government era nga ekikwekweto kye baliko kwe kufuuza abo bonna abeenyigira mu kulya ssente za gavumenti n'okukola emirimu egitajja mu ssente ezo eziba zibaweereddwa era ng'abantu bangi abakwatiddwa. Minisita Balaam olunaku olw'eggulo yavuddeyo n'ayanjulira alipoota ku byonna by'abadde ajja akola era alipoota eno yajjanjulidde Parliament mu bujjuvu n'agibasomera ebikwekweto byonna bye babadde bakola okwetooloola eggwanga. Ebikwekweto no bikyagenda mu maaso, tolowooza nti no byasirise, bikyagenda mu maaso era nga Minisita Balaam afunye ate okusiimibwa abaali batamwagala naddala abali mu opposition kati ate balaba omulimu gwakola gw'amaanyi ddala nnyo era nga tegugambika era abamu bamugambye yes genda maaso n'ogwo omulimu iffe tuli mabeggawo era ng'omu ku bo yabadde leader of opposition era nga Joel Ssenyonyi yamugambye omulimu gw'okola mulungi nnyo tugusiima era guno omulimu gw'okulaba nti no tufufuggaza buli muli w'enguzi teguliiko wa opposition teguliiko wa NRM teguliiko wa gavumenti. Ffenna tulina okusitukiramu okulaba nti nno tulwanyisa obuli w'enguzi obukudde ejjembe mu ggwanga lyattu erya Uganda. Bannayuganda ne balema okufuna service ezo ezibeera zisuubirwa okutuuka mu bitundu eby'enjawulo. Naye yategeezeza bw'ati n'amugamba wadde ng'olikola omulimu ogwo naye waliwo by'oteekeddwa okugoberera era nga olina okubeera omwegendereza ng'ebintu by'okola bigendera ku mateeka kubanga omulimu gino gy'okola abali b'enguzi bano balina abababaakinga era nga singa obeera tewegendereza bigenda kukuleetera obuzibu. Wano nno yabadde ku floor ya Parliament n'amugamba goberera amateeka. N'agamba nti opposition nga yo gye buvuddeko emabeggako awo yayogeranga ku bantu abali enguzi naye nga gavumenti ssaako ne Mwami Museveni nga bavayo nga bagamba nti opposition enemy of progress era enemy wa development. Naye kati nabo bakyerabiddeko nti n'essaawa y'eno okusitukiramu okulaba nga abali b'enguzi bonna bafufuggazibwa era wonna ategeeza nti no ffe tuli mabeggawo nno kasobera ng'ogoberera amateeka abantu abo b'okwata nga we akawaayiro kobadde ogamba nti no kateekeddwa okukyusibwa nti tebaweebwa beyiro. N'agamba ekyo tekiri mateeka era nga byonna ebikolebwa biteekeddwa okuba nga bigoberera amateeka tuleme kufunawo loophole okulaba nti naate bano bajja gyeyambisa ate okukwataakinga. So bw'ati we yategeeza we yabadde mu Parliament nga Balaam amaze okusoma ebbaluwa oba amaze okusoma statement ssaako n'engeri gy'abadde akola operations zino ezifufuggaza abali b'enguzi mu bitundu byonna okwetooloola Uganda.
So you don't want to give them any loophole to take advantage of. So it's very important that that gets to happen. And that's why I disagree with one of the proposals you raised, Honorable, that suspects be denied bail. That's totally unconstitutional. You see, we need to strengthen our judicial processes. So any suspect, whether they're suspected of committing murder, nowadays they come up with all sorts of things, terrorism and so on, and then you say now these terrorists should not be granted bail. That's unconstitutional. If a suspect has been gotten, Article 28(3)(a) of our Constitution provides for the presumption of innocence. Take the suspects to court, let the judicial process be smooth and operate as it should. Otherwise then, it is going to be abused when you say, let's deny bail. Before you know it, many other people are suffering the same. Mr. Speaker, became a subject of corruption, and many of us were called names. And we said, no, let's deal with the issue. and we have been vindicated. So it's very important. Have been vindicated. So it's very important. Now, Mr. Speaker, this is not even for the Honorable Balaam. This is for government generally. If government is really serious about the corruption fight, it needs to empower the anti-corruption agencies. You see, if you expect that Honorable Balaam is about to tire out, the work that he's doing, running here, running there, and so on, it's good to scratch the surface. It only scratches the surface. It does not fight corruption to the core. And that's why we must empower the anti-corruption agencies and allow them independence in their operations. Because, yes, as I've said, the individual raids, they can cause excitement here and there, but in the long run, what happens when corruption is not fought institutionally?
So, watyo Mr. Leader of Opposition Joel Ssenyonyi we yategezeza era ne Parliament yavuddeyo n'esiima Balaam. Bantu bangi waliwo Vice President yavayo n'ategeeza Balaam nga mugamba emirimu gy'okola genda maaso emirimu mirungi naye ate n'amulabula kale ate yali yakamulabula ate President Museveni n'avayo n'agamba emirimu Balaam gy'akola saako ne Nammeere mirimu mirungi era nga tewateekeddwawo kuba muntu n'omu abatiisatiisa oba abagamba nti no mustopinge kubanga guno omulimu Museveni yabasindika mu bitundu ebyo okulaba nga bafuggaza oyo yenna ali okwerimbika mu kulya enguzi saako n'okulya ensimbi z'omuwi w'omusolo nga service tezituuka ku bantu. Kati n'abantu n'olabye nga batandika okugamba nti actually Museveni mulungi. All along Museveni abadde nga asindika ssente ebikozesebwa nga bibeerayo bigenda malwaliro. Kati bano abantu abakola wansi aba local governments nga be babba nga ffe ekizibu tukiteeka ku Museveni nti akawumbi we kabeera nga kafulumiziddwa nga kakuyamba oba kakuzimba ssomero bakozesaako miliyoni 2 olunaana ne balulya. Kati ffe nga tunenya Museveni nga tugamba Museveni takoze ssente bazirya buli kumbe bano abantu baffe bennyini bateeka mu mawofiisi be bazirya. Not until recently Balaam yaze na exposing buli abadde ali enguzi abantu ne batandika okugamba actually Museveni bulijjo tumuwalanira bwereere service deliveries zituuka ku bantu naye bano abazikolamu nga ssente za PDM ez'okwekulaakulanya ku miruka zituukayo naye ate bano abantu abazidistributinga olw'okuba tewabeerawo nkola nnambulukufu ya kuzirondoola ate ne ogenda okwekanga nga ate bazibbye. Kati Museveni n'abeera eno nga complaininga bannaye abantu ssente zijja naye nga abantu ssente tezibatuukako okutuuka ku muntu ow'ewansi. So ekyo abantu batandise okiraba era abantu batandise okwapreciatinga Museveni. Naye Balaam singa teyasitukiramu singa tebakoze eno corruption exposure abantu bandibadde bagamba Museveni mubi budget ziyisibwa naye ebintu tebituuka ku bantu kumbe ebintu Museveni abiwaayo mu ministries kati bano abawansi bano babituukako okubidistributinga abakola enguudo ne bamuwa obuwumbi 2 n'akozesako miliyoni 5 akamu kitundu n'akalya nga tewali alondoola oluguudo nimala emyaka 10 terukolebwa. Kati Balaam we yavuddeyo abantu bangi abamwataaki nga tojja kumalako naye akulaze nti naali resilient era agenda neyo gye baali bamutiisatiisa ng'embalala ab'embalala baava ne bamugamba togeza n'olinnyo ewaffe n'abagamba nja kujja mulimba nja kujja.
So they had 3 bridges. One bridge was built where there is no stream, where there is no water in Nyakisinga. I was with the Honorable Minister, Honorable Ntabazi. I asked Honorable Ntabazi, now which river is this? They said that we're expecting a river, probably they're expecting a river from the mountain anytime. So they have installed a bridge. That one they had used 113 million. Bondebujo, there is a market at Nyakisinga, the border market, built at a cost of 2.6 billion. The place is flooded. No drainage. The toilet is poorly constructed. The contractor, the engineer, the town clerk were arrested on the spot. They will appear in court this week. My observation, Right Honorable Speaker, on the above findings. So far, 94 people have been arrested. 19 accused persons have appeared before courts. 45 cases, others, actually the total number of interdicted officers now in local government are raising to about 300 in number. Some of them, we have interdicted them to allow an impartial investigation to take place. Because you cannot have an auditor or somebody who has been mismanaging, remain in office as forensic audit is taking place. So over 310 have been interdicted. However, many of these people, the total amount of money saved in this operation or identified that could be recovered from the culprits is 14.7 billion. And as mentioned, Right Honorable Speaker, we are doing sample attack in a given area. We are not covering a district. For instance, Mbale has a total of 59 health centers. We only went to 2 and we saw those gaps. The key cross-cutting issue found in most districts visited were irregular charges in UPE and UCE schools, inflation of capitation for UPE and UCE, grants, shoulder works in road construction, other civil works projects, selling of government jobs, irregular charges levied by government schools to the case of voluntary contribution, national-wide issue. So what we need to do is, Right Honorable Speaker, as Parliament, we need to support the President and government to see that our young people in the different schools where we control get free education. Those who don't want to take porridge should get free education, because capitation grant covers chalk, exam, and any other cost. Apart from external charges like trips, those are met by the parents and the food. But their parents who don't want food, who can give their children. So we should insist, all of us, that no charging people or students in UCA and UPE school money under disguise of meals, which are never provided in most cases. So on inflation of capitation grants, which should be based on actual enrollment number. The vice is perpetuated by the negligence of the respective education officers in municipalities, cities, and districts when they fail to verify actual enrollment numbers in school under them. Yet they are facilitated with the monitoring fund. In each of the districts, they get monitoring fund. Regarding the road maintenance grant, we observed shoulder work across numbers of local government, and in most local government, like in Mitoma, they have not done any road under the 1 billion fund the last 2 financial years. That was confirmed by area members of Parliament. The engineer, who's called John Bosco, who the locals celebrated for him being sent to court and is now on remand, he had become a big nut. He collects more money to fight any politician to lose a seat. And he has been threatening people about that. He's too wealthy. Nobody could touch him, but that one we sorted him. On selling government job, Right Honorable Speaker, the vice is rampant, and most reported in when those who bribe are not finally given, they come out and report, like in Buweju, in all those western districts and Bugisu. We have heard that. The campaign is led by the people. Right Honorable Speaker, we are not spending any money to mobilize people to come for those rallies. As government, people are coming by themselves. We are not transporting them. We are not providing water. We are not providing food. We are not providing a tent. All we put is a platform, which is also a donation. There is no budget that I found in Ministry of Local Government for such activities. So some of these things we are trying to make the work to be done. Right Honorable Speaker, the fight against corruption is possible and winnable with the right people and tools at hand. Corruption will be a thing of the past through national mobilization and continued initiatives like the above. The above findings are from a sample view, and due to the resource constraints, my team is unable to visit other facilities. My recommendation, the Minister of Education and Sports should clarify on the issue of voluntary charges, the limit, usage, and issue guidelines on irregular charges across all the country. A settlement should come from the Minister of Education. That is my recommendation. So that people know that meals will cost 50,000. So any school that wants to charge meal should pay 50,000, not charge more than that. A directive must be issued on cancellation of all titles in Central Forest Reserve that were made in Masaka. The communication between Minister of Water and Environment and Minister of Land, this should be implemented. The 1 billion road grant is made conditional on performance and utilization, with further more resources to be given to best performing districts. Further, a monitoring mechanism to ensure quality work and standard should be put in place by Minister of Works, Transport and Local Government. Because currently there is no technical supervision of local government engineers. There is no technical supervision. The District Service Commission across the country should be closely monitored. Supervisory and oversight will be instituted. This will be made possible when we make amendment in the Local Government Act that I intend to table before Cabinet and Parliament very soon, where local government staff should be on rotational basis, not have a local government staff serving 25 years in Ibunyangabo. He becomes a small king in one district. So they should be rotated in the regional, in a given sub-region every 3 years, including chief administrative officers, should be removed and rotated at most times. I would like to thank in a special way the Office of the President, the Director General of ISO, all DISOs, Mr. Sekabira Samuel, a Principal Legal Office of State House, Superintendent of Police Sowed Muhammad, Inspector Dongo Daniel, Sergeant Kisule Siraj, Maximu Erizoba, Chief State Attorney at DPP, Mr. Mugisha Raymond, Chief State Attorney at DPP, Mr. Masaba James, a councillor in Mbale, who exposed him and others, exposed all the rot in Mbale district and Mbale city. There, 32 people were interdicted, and with enough evidence, we pray that things are done. Then the other recommendation, Right Honourable Speaker, is more technical support to render to Brigadier General Isoke, to CID, to DPP, in terms of extra lawyers, good lawyers, to support the prosecution capacity and resources for this invaluable support in the fight against corruption. Despite the small sizes of the unit, we pray in future that once people have stolen a lot of these funds, people are stealing funds, probably we may need to do a constitutional amendment where a bail for the corrupt and also people arrested and charged should refund, not arrest, sentence, and then don't refund. People should refund money because there are those who are willing to do that. So maybe we may have to think of a constitutional amendment in future. Mr. Speaker, I've attached Annex 1 and 2, a summary of action taken and status of the cases being handled. Furthermore, Mr. Speaker, full participation of all honourable members of Parliament. Just give me 3 minutes. Kindly, Right Honourable Speaker. Only 2 minutes. Thank you very much. All honourable members of Parliament should actively participate in the Expose the Corrupt campaign and support the efforts to strengthen accountability. Right Honourable Speaker, we have also met with the PAC, local government, and the other committee of local government, public service and local government. We have discussed and agreed, and we are supporting each other closely together. So this fight is not ours as a ministry, it's for all Ugandans. Public display of budget and work plan at all sub-counties and districts so that the local can monitor and the demand for the road that had been budgeted in a given year. Strengthen the office of DPP on local government cases, increase the resources for anti-corruption institution, strengthen CID, ISO, and State House anti-corruption agents, strengthen the Inspectorate of Government, support the office of DPP, and also better pay and facilitation of the lawyers who are representing government, and the LC5 chairperson, Right Honourable Speaker, earn 1.8. They are supervising a cow who earns 12.7. The RDC who's earning now current rate of 9 million. How can chairman monitor, supervise, and oversee people who are earning less? So we need to look into that matter, Right Honourable Speaker. And they use a lot of money in campaigns. Then full and active participation in the campaign of all leaders. I want to thank the members of opposition who have actively supported this campaign, who are attending most of these rallies. In conclusion, Right Honourable Speaker, the Expose the Corrupt campaign should become a sustained national effort to protect public resources, improve service delivery, and restore public confidence in local government. Fund the institution fighting corruption, strengthen oversight, empower our elected leaders, expose abuse of public resources, ensure that justice is timely, impartial, and firmly grounded in the law. That is what we are following. Accountability must be firm, lawful, and evidence-based. I submit.
Abantu batandise okusiima enkola za gavumenti. Era eno corruption exposure gye Balaam gy'akoze ne Nammeere exposing abantu bangi. Abamu abaana b'abanene abali mu zi offices balidde ssente, abaana b'amasomero waliwo ba ghost students nga gavumenti eweereza ssente nnyingi naye nga abaana mu ssomero batono. So ebintu ng'ebyo malwaliro batuuseyo yonna, abasawo tebabeerayo, babeera mu bukiriniki bwabwe n'ebintu ebirala bingi. So Balaam akoze omulimu gw'amaanyi mu zino ennaku esana nakwera 9 okulaba nti na exposinga ebintu ebiri rotten wansi eyo, naye nga gavumenti ekola buli kyonna ekisoboka. So Museveni n'ensonga agisimbamu yagimala ogisayiningako, Muhoozi Kainerugaba yagisayiningako. So operation eno yonna ekyagendera ddala mu maaso paka ng'amaze okutereeza system. Naye Joel Ssenyonyi yagambye tetugenda kusisiitiriza wano ngaliwo n'abo wansi eyo abakulu waggulu abakola ebintu nga bo tetubakwatako, tukwata ku bano ku baloko government, abaloko abo wansi, naye waliwo aba big people abeetaaga okukwatibwako. N'agamba nabo beetaaga nabo okubeera nga bali exposed. So zeze ensonga kikyolowooza ku nkola ya Balaam. Enkola ya Balaam eno kikyogirowoozaako gwe ennungi egenda kuyamba gavumenti okweddaabulula, gwe kikyogirowoozaako? Mpa endowooza yo mu comment section ate tugenda kuba tutambulira awo. Mukama akuwa omukisa.